We all begin life as minimalists, albeit self-centered ones. Babies are concerned with very, very few necessities, a reasonable degree of physical comfort, nourishment, and love. Perhaps the allure of minimalism is, at least in part, a desire to return to our origins, our true nature and essence. In our lives, we endure years of escalating material exposure. From childhood's trinkets to young adulthood's clothing to the cars and homes that drown our mature years in debt, we move farther and farther away from our true natures. It is perhaps as a result of this distancing of self that minimalism is a recurring theme all over the globe, in every human effort. In painting and sculpture, minimalism can take the form of geometric abstraction. In literature, it can appear as very spare prose and surface description, leaving the reader to discern the true subject matter. In architecture, minimalists focus on cool lighting and empty space, the essence or soul of the space. In home decor, minimalism takes the form of very few simple accents that attract the eye and invite you to consider their basic nature, whether it is form or substance. Do you find the concept of minimalism attractive? Have you outgrown the seduction of consumerism's siren song? If you have, you'll find generous rewards, from saving time and money, to protecting our precious planet, to being able to focus on what you value, instead of on material goods. Would you like to go to sleep at night knowing that your day was spent as you truly wanted to spend it? Would you like to feel sure that you didn't waste time and energy on meaningless activity? Would you like to feel that you have done your part to reduce waste and pollution? Read on to find out how you can make minimalism work for you. Minimalism today. Minimalism has a long tradition in history, art, and religion. Whenever people seek to find truth, either universal or of their individual nature, they strip down to do it. From Buddha's years of forest fasting to Christ's contemplative time in the wilderness, to all their followers, people have known that possessions obstruct any quest to identify what is important. We are awash in inspirational stories of austerity. St. Francis, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, the Shakers, the Quakers, and the Amish. But how do modern Americans take this inspiration and make it meaningful in their own lives? Let's look at what minimalism can mean to us. What does minimalism mean? What is minimalism? First, it's a choice that we are privileged to make. It is not the grinding poverty and lack of possessions that much of the world labors under. It is not, for most of us, living in a cave or in a cabin on Walden Pond, although Thoreau's 2 years of simple living deeply inspired him. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. Minimalist living, for most of us in the modern world, is an effort to focus on the essentials. We try to base our work, home, recreation, etc. on what is important and eliminate what is not. In doing so, we can cut through the confusion and frustration of daily life, exposing the essence of our meanings and existence. Because it is a personal choice, you can define your form of minimalism in a way that fits your life and priorities. Anyone can make it work. Yes, you can be a location-independent single 20-something that owns only 100 possessions and be a minimalist. You can also be the kind of minimalist who lives in the suburbs and has kids who play video games. So long as you strive to live a meaningful life, free from non-essentials and confused values, you're on the right track. How do I live a minimalist lifestyle? When people first hear about minimalism, they usually think about living with a few possessions. They think about living in simple homes without many worldly goods. And that's part of it. A minimalist lifestyle, however, can extend to all aspects of your life. It's about living free, not only from unnecessary material possessions, but from unnecessary complication and distraction.